Good day, everyone. In the vastness of life, there is no ceiling, no boundary except the ones we impose on ourselves. The world is not asking you to settle for the ordinary, it is inviting you to discover the extraordinary within you. Each one of us has been gifted with an immense reservoir of energy, intellect, and creativity. Yet, why do so many live small, dream small, and achieve less than what they're capable of? Because we forget that growth happens when we push harder. Dreams take flight when we dare to dream bigger. And greatness arrives only when we challenge ourselves to achieve more. Do not wait for the perfect time. Do not wait for someone to give you permission. The moment you choose to rise, life begins to shift. Push harder when it's tough. Dream bigger when it feels scary. Achieve more, not by comparing yourself to others, but by becoming the best version of yourself. Life does not respond to wishes. It responds to effort, clarity, and action. Let this day be the beginning of something extraordinary. Decide today that you will no longer settle for mediocrity. Refuse to live a life where you are merely surviving. Push, dream, and achieve until you feel alive, because that is what you are meant to be. Now, let's break this into actionable principles. When was the last time you truly felt alive? Not just breathing or existing, but alive, so alive that your heart raced with excitement and your mind overflowed with possibilities. That feeling doesn't come when we're sitting in the comfort of the familiar. It doesn't arrive when we stay nestled in our routines, avoiding risk, failure, and discomfort. It comes when we step beyond the boundaries we've built around ourselves, when we push through fear, resistance, and doubt. Comfort, though tempting, is a trap. It lulls us into believing that we are safe, that we are at peace, and that we need nothing more. But the truth is, comfort creates stagnation. Think of a river that flows freely. It is vibrant, full of life, constantly moving. But when water becomes still, when it stops moving, it becomes stagnant and lifeless. Our lives are no different. True growth begins when we challenge ourselves, when we take a step into the unknown. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But within that discomfort lies the seed of transformation. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, and every leap of progress in human history has been born from someone who dared to leave their comfort zone behind. The comfort zone is deceptive. It tells you, stay here, you're doing fine. But fine is not what you were born for. You were born to thrive, to expand, to reach for greatness. If you settle for comfort, you settle for less than what life has to offer. And the cost of that is far greater than the fear of stepping out into the unknown. When you step out of your comfort zone, you meet resistance. Resistance from the world, from circumstances, and most powerfully, from within yourself. Your mind will tell you this is too hard, or you're not ready, or what if you fail? But understand this, the resistance is not there to stop you. It is there to shape you, to build you, to make you stronger. Consider the process of building muscle. You lift weights and it's uncomfortable. Your muscles ache and it feels like you're breaking them down. But in that discomfort, your body adapts. It grows stronger, more capable, more resilient. The same is true for your mind, your character, and your spirit. The more you push through discomfort, the more capable you become. Think about the moments in your life that shaped you the most. Were they the easy moments, or were they the challenging ones? It's the challenges, the hardships, the times when you were forced to rise above your limits that made you who you are today. Those moments were not comfortable, but they were necessary. Stepping out of your comfort zone is not about recklessness, it's about courage. It's about looking at a challenge and saying, I may not know how this will turn out, but I'm willing to try. It's about trading short-term ease for long-term fulfillment. It's about knowing that even if you stumble, even if you fall, you are growing. And that growth is worth every ounce of discomfort. Life begins where comfort ends, because it's in those moments of uncertainty and challenge that we discover what we're truly capable of. We learn to adapt, to innovate, to persevere. We uncover strengths we didn't know we had, and we open doors to possibilities we couldn't have imagined. If you want a life of purpose, a life of passion, a life of meaning, you cannot stay in the comfort zone. It may feel safe, but it is not where life happens. Life happens in the risks, the leaps of faith, the trials and the triumphs. It happens when you dare to dream bigger, to push harder, and to achieve more. So, ask yourself, are you willing to embrace discomfort for the sake of growth? Are you ready to trade temporary ease for a life that truly excites and fulfills you? Because the moment you step out of your comfort zone, you will realize something extraordinary. The only limits you have are the ones you create. And when you push beyond them, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Life begins where comfort ends. Take that step. Move beyond the familiar. The extraordinary is waiting for you just outside your comfort zone. Imagine setting sail on a vast ocean without a map, without a destination. The waves may carry you somewhere, but there's no guarantee it will be where you want it to go. This is exactly how most people approach their lives and their dreams. They want success, happiness, or fulfillment, but they have no clear vision of what that looks like. And without clarity, even the strongest effort can lead to wandering aimlessly. Clarity is not just a tool, it is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the ability to see your destination vividly, to know exactly what you're working toward. When your dreams are clear, your actions become purposeful. When your actions are purposeful, every step you take brings you closer to your goals. But without clarity, you may work hard yet feel like you're going in circles. To dream is natural. Every one of us has aspirations, desires, and goals, but dreaming without clarity is like trying to sculpt a masterpiece without knowing what you want to create. It is not enough to say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. Success and happiness mean different things to different people. What do they mean to you? What do they look like? What do they feel like? Until you define them with precision, they remain abstract ideas far out of reach. Clarity begins with asking yourself the right questions. What do you truly want? Not what society expects, not what others have told you to pursue, but what you deeply desire. Strip away the noise and the opinions of the world and connect with your inner truth. What kind of life would set your soul on fire? What kind of work would make you leap out of bed each morning? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary. When you gain clarity, something incredible happens. Your energy, focus, and determination align. Suddenly, the distractions that once consumed your time lose their power. You no longer waste energy on things that don't serve your vision, because you know exactly where you're going. Clarity acts like a compass, guiding you through challenges, uncertainty, and setbacks. It keeps you grounded when the path gets tough and helps you make decisions that move you forward. Think of clarity as the lens through which you view the world. A foggy lens distorts everything, making it hard to see the path ahead. But when the lens is clear, the path becomes visible. You can see opportunities you might have missed and avoid pitfalls that would have derailed you. Clarity sharpens your vision, and with a sharp vision, you can create a precise plan to bring your dreams to life. Clarity doesn't just fuel dreams, it transforms them into reality. The clearer you are about what you want, the more real it becomes in your mind. And the more real it becomes in your mind, the more you begin to act as though it's already yours. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's the foundation of success. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align with a clear vision, you set into motion the process of achieving it. But gaining clarity is not a one-time event. It is a continuous process. Your dreams may evolve as you grow, and your clarity must evolve with them. Just as you would adjust your map if you discovered a better route, you must revisit your vision regularly. Reflect, refine, and reimagine as needed. Clarity is not rigid, it is dynamic, adapting to the shifts in your life while keeping you anchored to your purpose. One of the biggest barriers to clarity is fear. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of failure, or fear of aiming too high. But here's the truth: avoiding clarity because of fear will only keep you stuck. It's better to choose a path, even if it feels uncertain, than to remain paralyzed by indecision. Clarity doesn't guarantee that the road will be easy, but it ensures that you're moving in a direction that matters to you. When you have clarity, you also inspire others. People are drawn to those who know where they're going. Your confidence, your focus, and your sense of purpose become contagious. Whether you're leading a team, building a business, or simply pursuing your personal dreams, clarity creates momentum, not just for you, but for everyone around you. So what does clarity mean for you? It means taking the time to sit with your thoughts and explore your desires. It means breaking down your dream into vivid details. What does it look like, sound like, and feel like? It means being honest about what you want and why you want it. And most importantly, it means taking action with intention, knowing that every step is part of a bigger picture. Clarity fuels dreams because it gives them structure, direction, and power. It turns the impossible into the achievable. It transforms vague ideas into tangible goals. And it lights the fire within you to keep going even when the road gets hard. So don't let your dreams remain blurry or undefined. Take the time to find clarity. Write it down, speak it out loud, visualize it, and then act with purpose. Because once you have clarity, nothing can stop you from turning your dreams into reality. Dreams have a way of lighting a fire in our hearts. They give us hope, fill us with excitement, and allow us to imagine a life greater than the one we're currently living. But dreams alone, no matter how big or beautiful, will not take you where you want to go. They are the destination, not the journey. Between where you stand and where you wish to be lies a gap. And the only way to close that gap is through action. Action is the bridge that connects your vision to reality. It is the invisible thread that ties intention to outcome. No matter how vivid your dream may be, no matter how powerful your vision is, it will remain a figment of your imagination unless you are willing to take the steps to bring it to life. There's a misconception that dreams alone are enough, that simply wanting something badly will somehow attract it into your life. But the truth is, without action, dreams are just wishes. And wishes have no power to move mountains, build futures, or change lives. It's the consistent, deliberate actions you take that turn those wishes into concrete results. The beauty of action is that it doesn't demand perfection. It doesn't require you to have all the answers or to see the entire path ahead. Action only asks that you take the next step. Just one step. Because with every step, the path becomes clearer. With every step, you gain momentum. And with momentum, the impossible begins to feel possible. Too often, people get stuck waiting for the perfect moment to act. They wait for the right circumstances, the right resources, or the right amount of confidence. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting only widens the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Action doesn't need the perfect moment, it creates the moment. It takes what you have, where you are, and transforms it into progress. Think of a bridge under construction. Each plank laid down, each nail driven in, brings the bridge closer to completion. The work might feel slow at times, and the gap might still seem vast, but with persistence, the bridge takes shape. Your actions are the planks of your bridge. Every decision, every effort, no matter how small, is another step toward closing the gap. There will be times when fear tries to hold you back, fear of failure, fear of rejection, or even fear of success. But here's the thing, action has a way of dissolving fear. The moment you take that first step, the fear begins to lose its grip, because action creates experience and experience builds confidence. You may stumble along the way, but each stumble is a lesson, a stepping stone that strengthens your resolve. Some may argue that action without direction is futile, and they are right. But even directionless action can lead to clarity. Sometimes you won't know the right path until you start moving. Action has a way of revealing opportunities, insights, and directions that you couldn't see while standing still. Waiting for the perfect plan before you act can lead to endless inaction. Instead, let action be your guide. Start where you are with what you have and refine as you go. Action is not just about big, dramatic moves, it's about the small, consistent efforts that accumulate over time. A single drop of water may seem insignificant, but over time it can carve through stone. The same is true for your actions. Each small step taken daily compounds into massive progress. You don't underestimate the power of tiny actions, they are the building blocks of every great achievement. There's another truth about action. It transforms not only your circumstances, but also you as a person. With every step you take, you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You discover parts of yourself you didn't know, existed your determination, your creativity, your ability to persevere. Action doesn't just build bridges, it builds character. But let's be honest, action isn't always easy. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when progress feels slow, and when giving up seems tempting. On those days, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself of the dream that set your soul on fire. And then take one more step. Just one. Because sometimes the simplest act of moving forward is enough to reignite the flame. It's also important to remember that action isn't about perfection, it's about progress. You don't need to have all the answers or get everything right. Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons. They teach you what works, what doesn't, and how to adjust your course. Every great success story is built on a foundation of trial and error. Embrace the process and trust that each action you take is bringing you closer to your dream. Ultimately, action is the language of commitment. It's how you tell the universe and yourself that you're serious about your goals. It's how you turn someday into today and transform dreams into achievement. So ask yourself, what step can I take today? It doesn't have to be grand or perfect. It just has to move you forward. Because every action, no matter how small, is a plank in the bridge that will carry you to the life you've envisioned. Dreams are powerful, but they are powerless without action. Build the bridge, take the steps, and watch as your dream transforms from a distant vision into a living reality. Life, as beautiful as it is, can also be challenging. It is full of twists and turns, obstacles you didn't see coming, and moments when the path ahead feels uncertain or even impossible. But in these very moments when life tests your strength and resolve, you have the opportunity to discover something extraordinary within yourself: resilience. Resilience is not just the ability to endure difficult times, it is the power to rise above them. It's the strength to bounce back from setbacks, the determination to keep going when everything around you tells you to stop, and the courage to face life's storms with unwavering resolve. Resilience is your superpower because it transforms challenges into stepping stones, failures into lessons, and pain into growth. Life does not promise to be easy. No one escapes hardship, heartbreak, or adversity. But what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive is their ability to persevere. Resilient people don't have fewer struggles, they have a different mindset. They see setbacks as temporary, not permanent. They view failure as a teacher, not a final verdict. And they understand that resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you cultivate. What makes resilience so powerful is that it doesn't rely on external circumstances. You don't need perfect conditions or smooth roads to be resilient. Resilience comes from within. It is the inner strength that says, "This will not break me," even when the world feels heavy on your shoulders. It is the voice inside that whispers, "Try again," even after you've fallen 100 times. Resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain or struggle. It doesn't mean you're immune to fear, doubt, or disappointment. Being resilient is not about suppressing emotions or pretending everything is fine when it's not. On the contrary, resilience is about facing your emotions head-on, processing them, and then choosing to move forward despite them. It's about acknowledging the difficulty of the situation while refusing to let it define you. Think of resilience like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you face a challenge and choose to keep going, you are building your resilience. Every time you fall and get back up, you are training yourself to be stronger. And like any muscle, resilience grows through effort, consistency, and a willingness to embrace discomfort. But how do you cultivate resilience? It begins with perspective. Challenges and failures are a natural part of life. They are not signs of weakness or inadequacy, they are opportunities for growth. When you shift your mindset and begin to see difficulties as teachers, you open yourself up to the lessons they have to offer. Each setback becomes a chance to learn something new about yourself, your strength, your creativity, and your ability to adapt. Resilience also thrives on self-compassion. Too often, people are their own harshest critics, beating themselves up for mistakes or setbacks. But resilience isn't about being perfect. It's about being kind to yourself in imperfect moments. It's about recognizing that growth takes time and that falling short is not failure, it's part of the process. Treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a friend, and you'll find it easier to rise after every fall. Another key to resilience is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances is what allows you to keep moving forward. Resilience isn't about clinging to a single path or vision. It's about finding new ways to reach your destination when the original route becomes blocked. Flexibility in the face of adversity is not a weakness, it is one of the greatest strengths you can develop. Resilient people also understand the importance of taking action. When challenges arise, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or paralyzed. But resilience is about taking one step, no matter how small, in the direction of your goals. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. Even in the face of uncertainty, moving forward reminds you that you are not powerless. It's also worth noting that resilience is not a solo journey. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who remind you of your strength when you forget it, and who believe in you when doubt creeps in. Resilience doesn't mean you have to face everything alone. It means knowing when to lean on others for support. Resilience is your superpower because it gives you the ability to transform adversity into growth, struggle into strength, and pain into purpose. It allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace, knowing that no matter what happens, you have the power to rise. Think about the moments in your life when you faced your greatest challenges. Did they break you, or did they shape you? Did they leave you weaker, or did they reveal strengths you didn't know you had? Every difficulty you faced and overcome has prepared you for the next one. Each time you rise, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Resilience doesn't guarantee that life will be easy, but it does ensure that life will be meaningful. It empowers you to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. It reminds you that setbacks are not the end of the story, they are simply chapters in a larger narrative. And it proves to you time and time again that you are far more powerful than you realize. So the next time life knocks you down, remember this: you have a superpower within you. You may not always feel strong, and that's okay, but the act of getting back up, of trying again, is what makes you resilient. And resilience is what will carry you through the toughest times and lead you to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. Resilience is your superpower. Use it, trust it, and let it remind you that no matter what comes your way, you will rise. At the core of every great achievement, every fulfilled dream, and every meaningful endeavor is one essential element: energy. Energy is not just about physical stamina or how awake you feel after your morning coffee. It is the life force that powers everything you do. It fuels your ambitions, drives your actions, and sustains you through challenges. Without energy, even the most ambitious dreams will remain unrealized, and even the best laid plans will falter. Energy is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Think about it. When your energy is high, tasks that once seemed daunting suddenly feel manageable. Your mind becomes sharper, your creativity flows more freely, and your ability to persevere strengthens. Conversely, when your energy is low, even the simplest of tasks can feel like an uphill battle. Your focus wavers, your motivation dwindles, and your resilience weakens. But what exactly is energy? It's not just a physical phenomenon, it's a dynamic interplay of the body, mind, and spirit. Physical energy is what allows you to move, work, and act. Mental energy is what sharpens your focus, fuels your problem solving, and sustains your creativity. Emotional energy influences your mood, your relationships, and your ability to handle stress. And spiritual energy, your sense of purpose and connection, provides the deeper motivation that keeps you moving forward, even in the face of adversity. Energy is not something you can take for granted. It's not a limitless resource that flows without effort. It must be nurtured, managed, and replenished. Just like a fire needs fuel to keep burning, your energy needs attention and care to remain strong. The first step to harnessing your energy is to understand where it comes from. Your physical body is the most obvious source. The food you eat, the amount of rest you get, and the way you move your body all directly impact your energy levels. A well-nourished, well-rested body is like a finely tuned machine. It operates efficiently and effectively. On the other hand, neglecting your physical health drains your energy, leaving you feeling sluggish and unmotivated. But energy is not just physical. It is also deeply connected to your mental and emotional state. Think about how much energy you expend when you're stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. Negative thoughts and emotions can drain you faster than any physical activity ever could. That's why managing your mindset is crucial. By cultivating a positive outlook, practicing mindfulness and addressing negative emotions as they rush in, you protect your mental and emotional energy from being wasted. Then there's spiritual energy, the energy of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, your energy levels multiply. Purpose is like an internal power source. It gives you the drive to push forward, even when the road gets tough. Without purpose, energy is easily lost because the effort feels meaningless. But when your actions align with your values and goals, every step feels worthwhile and your energy naturally replenishes itself. One of the most powerful truths about energy is that it's contagious. When you surround yourself with people who are vibrant, motivated, and positive, their energy lifts you up. Similarly, spending time with those who are constantly negative or draining can sap your energy. This is why it's so important to be intentional about who you allow into your space. The energy you give and receive from others plays a significant role in how you show up in the world. But energy isn't just about receiving, it's also about giving. When you invest your energy into meaningful work, relationships, or causes, it has a way of coming back to you. Giving your energy to something greater than yourself creates a sense of fulfillment that can't be achieved in isolation. This is the paradox of energy. The more you give it to things that matter, the more you receive in return. Energy is also tied to momentum. Once you take that first step toward a goal, even if it's small, you create a ripple effect. Each action generates more energy, which fuels the next action. This is why starting even imperfectly is so important. Energy grows through movement. Inaction, on the other hand, stagnates energy. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to begin. To truly master your energy, you must also learn to protect it. Not every task, relationship, or opportunity is worth your energy. Learn to say no to things that drain you or don't align with your goals. Your energy is a finite resource, and how you spend it determines the quality of your life. It's also important to recognize the natural ebbs and flows of energy. You are not a machine, and you don't have to be operating at full capacity all the time. Rest is not a sign of weakness, it's a vital part of maintaining your energy. Just as a phone needs to be recharged, so do you. Taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge isn't wasting time, it's preparing yourself to come back stronger. In the end, energy is what makes everything possible. It's what transforms ideas into actions, dreams into reality, and challenges into opportunities. When you learn to manage your energy, you unlock your potential to achieve anything you set your mind to. You stop being at the mercy of circumstances and start becoming the master of your own life. So, ask yourself, where is your energy going? Are you investing it in things that truly matter, or are you letting it be drained by distractions, negativity, or fear? Are you nurturing your body, mind, and spirit to ensure your energy remains strong? Remember, energy is the key to everything you desire. It's the fuel that powers your journey, the force that drives your actions, and the foundation of your success. Protect it, nurture it, and direct it wisely. Because when your energy is aligned with your purpose, there is no limit to what you can achieve. In the age of constant connection and endless scrolling, the comparison trap has become one of the most pervasive challenges of modern life. It's a mental snare that catches you when you least expect it, whispering that your life, your achievements, and your worth are somehow lacking when compared to others. Whether it's a friend's promotion, a stranger's vacation photos, or a colleague's success, the comparison trap convinces you that you're falling behind. At its core, comparison is natural. Humans are wired to observe and evaluate their surroundings as a means of understanding their place in the world. But when comparison shifts from observation to judgment, it becomes harmful. It shifts your focus away from your own journey and traps you in a cycle of self-doubt, dissatisfaction, and unnecessary competition. The truth is, comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your confidence, and your ability to appreciate your own progress. Imagine climbing a mountain, pausing to look at how far you've come, and feeling proud of the distance you've covered. Then you glance over at someone else on a different mountain who appears to be higher than you. Suddenly your accomplishment feels small, even though you've worked hard to get where you are. This is the insidious nature of the comparison trap. It convinces you that your progress is invalid simply because it doesn't match someone else's. But here's the thing, you are on your own mountain. Your journey is yours alone with its own challenges, victories, and timing. Comparing your path to someone else's is like comparing apples to oranges. You don't know their full story, just as they don't know yours. What you see is only a highlight reel, a carefully curated snapshot of their life, not the full picture. Social media amplifies the comparison trap like never before. It's easy to scroll through feeds and feel like everyone else is living their best life while you're stuck in place. But what you're seeing is not reality, it's a polished version of it. People rarely post about their struggles, their failures, or the nights they've cried themselves to sleep. They share their wins, their triumphs, and their carefully chosen moments of joy. Comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel is not only unfair, it's unrealistic. The comparison trap doesn't just affect your confidence, it also clouds your judgment. When you're too busy measuring yourself against others, you lose sight of what truly matters to you. You start chasing goals that aren't yours, pursuing dreams that don't align with your values, and living a life that doesn't feel authentic. The more you focus on others, the further you drift from your own unique path. Breaking free from the comparison trap requires a shift in mindset. First, you must recognize that comparison is a choice. It's not something that happens to you, it's something you allow yourself to do. By becoming aware of when and how you compare yourself to others, you can begin to take control of those thoughts. Instead of letting them spiral into self-doubt, pause and ask yourself, why am I comparing? What am I hoping to gain from this? Often the act of questioning your comparison is enough to disrupt its power. Another powerful tool to combat comparison is gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your attention away from others and back to yourself. Gratitude allows you to see the beauty in your own journey and to celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. It reminds you that your life is not defined by how it measures up to someone else's, but by the richness of your own experiences. It's also important to celebrate the success of others without letting it diminish your own. Just because someone else is winning doesn't mean you're losing. Their achievements don't take anything away from yours. Life is not a zero-sum game. There is room for everyone to succeed. When you shift from envy to admiration, you open yourself up to learning from others instead of resenting them. Setting boundaries is another key step in escaping the comparison trap. This might mean limiting your time on social media, unfollowing accounts that make you feel inadequate, or taking breaks from environments that foster comparison. Protecting your mental space is not selfish, it's necessary for your well-being. Perhaps the most liberating realization is that no one's path is linear. Everyone has struggles, setbacks, and moments of doubt, even if they don't show it. The people you admire for their success have faced their own battles to get there. The people who seem to have it all together are still figuring things out, just like you. When you embrace the humanity behind the image, comparison loses its sting. Your worth is not tied to your accomplishments or how they compare to someone else's. It is intrinsic, unchanging, and independent of external validation. You don't need to be the best, the fastest, or the most successful to be valuable. Your unique combination of strengths, experiences, and qualities is what makes you irreplaceable. Focus on your own growth, celebrate your wins, no matter how small, reflect on how far you've come and remind yourself that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust that the challenges you face are shaping you in ways that will prepare you for the future you're meant to have. The comparison trap will always exist, it's part of being human. But you have the power to step out of it. You have the power to shift your focus inward, to nurture your own growth, and to honor your unique journey. Remember, the only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. That is where true growth lies, not in outdoing others, but in becoming the best version of yourself. Step out of the comparison trap. Look inward and embrace the beauty of your own path. Life is often seen as a series of destinations, a pursuit of goals, dreams, and milestones. From a young age, we are taught to aim for the next big thing, the next grade, the next job, the next achievement. We become so focused on reaching the finish line that we forget to appreciate the path that gets us there. But the truth is, life is not a collection of endpoints. It is the journey in between that shapes us, defines us, and ultimately brings us joy. The journey is where life happens. It's where you grow, learn, and evolve. It's in the moments of struggle, the quiet victories, and even the missteps that you discover who you truly are. Yet, in the rush to achieve, many people overlook these moments. They delay their happiness, saying, "I'll be happy when I get that promotion," or "I'll celebrate once I reach my goal." But if happiness is always tied to the future, you risk missing the beauty of the present. To celebrate the journey means to shift your focus from the destination to the process. It's about recognizing the value of every step you take, even when the path is uncertain or difficult. Every experience, no matter how small, contributes to your growth. The moments of triumph teach you confidence, while the moments of challenge to resilience. Together, they form a tapestry of life that is rich, meaningful, and uniquely yours. Think about a time when you achieved something significant, a graduation, a job, or a personal milestone. The accomplishment was undoubtedly satisfying, but wasn't the journey just as important? The late nights studying, the effort you put into honing your skills, the support you received from others, all of those moments added depth and meaning to the final outcome. Without the journey, the destination would have been hollow. When you celebrate the journey, you begin to see setbacks in a new light. They are no longer obstacles to avoid, but opportunities to grow. A failure isn't the end of the road, it's a lesson that propels you forward. When you embrace this mindset, challenges become part of the adventure. They test your strength, refine your character, and prepare you for what lies ahead. Celebrating the journey also means finding joy in the small things. Life is not just about the grand achievements, it's about the everyday moments that bring you peace and happiness. It's about the laughter you share with loved ones, the beauty of a sunset, or the satisfaction of taking one small step toward your goal. These moments may seem ordinary, but they are the building blocks of a fulfilling life. The journey is also where you discover gratitude. When you pause to appreciate where you are right now, you realize how far you've come. You see the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the person you've become along the way. Gratitude allows you to find contentment in the present, even as you strive for more. It reminds you that while the destination is important, the journey is where the magic happens. Celebrating the journey doesn't mean you stop setting goals or striving for improvement. Goals are important, they give you direction and purpose, but they are not the only measure of success. Success is not just about reaching the top of the mountain, it's about the climb. It's about the effort, the perseverance, and the courage to keep going even when the path is steep. When you celebrate the journey, you also give yourself permission to be imperfect. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of detours. You won't always have it all figured out, and that's okay. The journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up every day, doing your best, and learning from whatever comes your way. This mindset also encourages you to live in the moment. Too often people are so focused on what's next that they forget to appreciate what's now. They spend their days chasing the future, only to look back and realize they missed the present. Celebrating the journey is a reminder to slow down, to be mindful, and to fully experience the life you're living right now. Another powerful aspect of celebrating the journey is the connection it fosters with others. When you share your struggles, your victories, and your experiences with those around you, you create bonds that are deeply meaningful. The journey is not meant to be traveled alone. It's enriched by the people who walk alongside you. Their encouragement, support, and shared moments make the journey even more worthwhile. It's also important to recognize that every journey is unique. Your path will not look like anyone else's, and that's something to embrace. Comparison only robs you of joy and distracts you from your own progress. Instead of measuring yourself against others, focus on your own growth. Celebrate your unique journey with all its twists and turns, knowing that it is leading you to where you're meant to be. Ultimately, celebrating the journey is about living fully. It's about embracing both the highs and the lows, the triumphs and the trials. It's about finding meaning in the process and joy in the present. Life is too short to wait for the right moment to celebrate. Every step you take, no matter how small, is worth acknowledging. So take a moment to pause and reflect. Look at how far you've come. Appreciate the effort you've put in, the lessons you've learned, and the growth you've experienced. Celebrate the journey, not just the destination. Because life is not about waiting for the next big thing, it's about making the most of the moments that lead you there. Celebrate the journey and you'll find that the destination becomes even more meaningful. After all, it's not just where you're going that matters, it's how you get there.